This is beauty from my point of view.
Make a bag! Make it nice and shiny. Not too dark! I got Taylor Swift tickets!
They say confidence starts in childhood, but so does shame. Mikayla Nogueira did not grow up popular. She grew up picked apart for her weight and for the way she looked. Sorry, picked apart. From elementary through high school, she was mistreated so relentlessly that she stopped speaking in class altogether. By her own account, she developed bulimia at a very young age, a disorder she would quietly battle for over some years. It wasn't until she hit rock bottom that she told her followers in 2021 she was finally getting the help she needed. She said she wanted to heal before her wedding, but eating disorders don't happen in a vacuum, and neither does self-hate. Psychologists have studied this for decades. When a person experiences chronic rejection like sustained mistreatment during developmental years, the long-term emotional impact is extremely heavy. It can fracture how someone sees themselves and how they choose to survive. Some people grow up to heal, they go to therapy, they learn to validate themselves without seeking it from other people. Now others, they become performers. They seek applause instead of peace. They build personas, they learn how to be likable, watchable, and sellable. And sometimes in that process, they start to blur the line between the truth and what they think people want to hear. Now, Mikayla Nogueira may not be evil, but she is someone who chose to build power on top of pain. And those choices, they have consequences. One thing to note is that you can be a victim of being mistreated for several years and still be accountable for the choices you make as an adult in business.
Oh no!
Full disclaimer before we get started, this video is based on publicly available information, commentary, as well as direct social media. It is intended for critical analysis, opinion, as well as educational purposes under fair use. This video is not intended to harass, defame, or even incite hate towards any individual that I will be discussing in this video. So please do not go out of your way to spread negativity. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. Watch with context and definitely think for yourself, please. If you have been like Patrick, living under a rock, and you have no idea who Mikayla is, then honestly, congratulations. I think we can all agree that 2020 was a lot. Some people had the lowest points of their lives happen in 2020. Some people had some ups. A lot of people undoubtedly needed an outlet, and they were coming in storm, flooding TikTok. Some people were dancing. Some people were doing skincare or skin prep. Some people were doing beauty trends. And in March of 2020, Mikayla decided that she needs to have an outlet like everybody else. And people loved her. People were enjoying her content. She wasn't really talking. She was more so just following trends. She'd have music where she's transitioning from her normal face to a glammed up face, and people were absolutely loving her when she wasn't talking. Now, initially, they did like her a little bit when she started talking because she was somebody that people were longing for. People to this day long for relatability. They long for authenticity. And she has had, claims to think she has authenticity. They want the real, they want the raw, they want the uncut. They want somebody to just be themselves and also just be honest. And what better thing to do than be that face for everybody? You are honest, you are authentic, you keep it real, and you don't care what brands think of you, for as long as you're giving the people what the people want to hear, as long as you're truthful in what you do, people are going to love you. People are going to follow you. By the end of 2020, she had about 6 million followers on her TikTok. That is a jump. People loved Mikayla. She quickly secured the bag. She had collaborations. She had brand deals with Glamlight, Elf. She was seen with Rihanna. She was seen with Nikki Tutorials. Everybody loved Mikayla. And Mikayla loved her some e.l.f. I mean, it's affordable, it gets the job done, and she was able to make looks out of e.l.f. Some people hate e.l.f. They're like, oh, it's cheap or whatever. It worked for her, clearly. And it works for other people who can't afford, I guess, like the bigger brands and all of that. I'm not in the beauty industry, obviously, and not interested. But Mikayla secured her collaborations and she said, you would do it too for a check. It is 2025 and people love clout. They will do anything for clout, anything to be seen. People want to be famous. People want to be wealthy. People just will do anything for a check. And something a lot of people don't talk about is having rapid fame comes with a lot of scrutiny. And in September of 2022, Mikayla came out with her very infamous video of try being an influencer for a day. Some of y'all may know this. It went completely viral and a lot of people did not like that. A lot of people thought she needed to humble herself. Before we jump into that video, let's hear who Mikayla is from Mikayla.
Hey, what's poppin'? I'm Mikayla. A lot of you know me as a girl who loves makeup, but I realize a lot of you don't know who Mikayla is. First things first, my TikTok page is a place of kindness and acceptance. And if you come to my page, I want you to know you're my friend. And I hope you feel the same way. Aside from that, some things about me, I'm actually an adrenaline junkie. I love fast cars, I drive a Dodge Charger. I'm a roller coaster addict. My favorite place to go is Universal Studios. I'm actually an extremely picky eater, but I could easily eat buffalo chicken every day for the rest of my life. I love interior design, and I cannot wait to design my own home someday. If I'm not doing makeup, I'm probably writing, singing, playing with one of my many pets. I'm 22, I have a degree in communication and marketing. I currently live with my parents, preparing to move, and I'm hoping to live on the water. I love the beach, I love being by the water and the ocean. I also love traveling. My favorite place I visited is Poland. I don't watch a lot of TV. Definitely feel like an old soul in a lot of ways. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my friend, and I love you.
Age of 10, I knew I wanted to be a makeup artist, but even more so, I knew I wanted to make an impact. But I struggled to believe in myself because everyone told me I could never make it in the industry and that it wasn't a real career. At the age of 14 to 15, I even tried doing YouTube videos, but I quit because I didn't believe in myself. Finally, I decided to make a TikTok at the age of 21, showing how to cover acne. This is the video that started it all. 15 million views later, I gained 100,000 followers in 1 week. I started being featured in many news outlets, and I started to gain attention. I began to have faith in myself again. I was even featured in Manny MUA's YouTube video where he showed my viral hack. After years of depression and uncertainty about where my life would go, I'm finally starting to feel like I know where it's going, and I could not be more happy. I'm even on PR lists that I never imagined being on, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for everything, and I can't wait to make you proud. Thank you.
Now we're going to talk about that Boston accent. That Boston accent. I'm not from Massachusetts and I sure ain't from Boston. I wasn't even born in America. The one thing I do know is there are clips of her when she was younger, also when she was older, where she had a different accent. Some may argue that as you grow up, your voice changes, and some say the way accents work, you don't just pick it up randomly or what, however the heck she got that freaking accent. I honestly don't know. I don't think people from Boston sound like her, and if they do, I think she is exaggerating the accent in order to be likable, and it worked. It got people's attention, it got people talking. She knows how to market herself, sometimes for good, most times for bad. We're gonna check out these two videos of her talking.
Hey guys, so I just got off the bus and I was at school, so...
Hi, it's OL Mikayla here, and I am standing in the Fisher Student Center, one of the best buildings on campus. I actually work here at the Information Center, so I'm sure you'll be seeing me around, but this is one of my favorite buildings. You can come here to hang out with your friends, study, grab a bite to eat. There are lots of offices in this building, such as the PwC, Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and there's so much you can do in this building. I highly recommend spending your time here when you become a student at Bryant, and I really look forward to seeing you all soon.
Now that was her accent. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Is she exaggerating it in order to get more people to like her, or is it just how she talks? I know there may be people in the comment section saying, why do you care? Because that's how lies are formed. It starts with the little lies and they add up, and eventually your foundation is built on deceit, and that is how you crumble. You may not crumble today, you may not crumble tomorrow, but there will be a day where you will, and you will look back and think, why did I even lie to begin with? Especially if you said, at least, that you're building this brand, you're building this trust in people based on truth. Now, she did go on Vogue. They asked her some questions. One question in particular said, "It's been quite amazing to see your follower base grow. Why do you think your content resonates?" And I would like to get things from the horse's mouth instead of me just yapping about what she's doing and what we're seeing. She said, "My content resonates because of 1, my attitude towards life, and 2, my authenticity. Because of everything I have gone through in my life, it has been incredibly important to maintain a genuinely positive attitude and to be true to myself. My videos are very raw and unscripted. While I choose what I'm going to film in advance, I do not plan the actual video in advance. So it is entirely natural. I swear like a sailor," which she does. Another disclaimer, I normally mute cuss words and everything. I'm not going to do this in this video because she truly does swear like a sailor. Don't give a darn if people don't like me. I never compare myself to others. I will always lift others up. I try to add humor into my videos to remind people that it's just makeup and it is meant to be fun. Everyone became very tired of the constant drama that was occurring in the beauty community. Knowing what I know now, let me just stop. And I bring a refreshing perspective. My main goal is to make someone smile or teach someone something new. This was her goal. This is where she's at. Can y'all see my hand? That's where she's at. That's just my opinion though. Another question that Vogue asked her is, what is your approach to reviewing products? And this is honestly extremely important. Because when you are an influencer, beauty creator, however you see fit of whatever you're doing, I've said it once, twice, numerous times, and I'll always say it again. Being an influencer is a job of actually being authentic, being truthful for your viewers, your audience. It's similar to what we spoke on not too long ago on how you have to have customer service skills before you open a business. Otherwise, you will crumble. In the context of being an influencer, you need to know how to market. You need to know how to, I don't know, be a good person, have morals. Don't lie, especially if you're going to be presenting yourself as a beauty influencer who people come for to seek the truth on a product before they buy it. They believe in you. And also be honest in sharing that, you know what, I may not be a beauty influencer for everybody. The audience needs to understand that just because Mikayla says get one thing doesn't mean it'll work for you. Just be transparent and authentic. And another thing I've constantly seen influencers doing is promoting skincare, skin prep, or whatever the frick you want to call it, over and over again, changing brands consistently, all for a check. I know there's somebody saying, oh, you would do it too for a check. No, I wouldn't. This is not to give myself a brownie because I really don't care. But I've had brands come to me and ask for me to promote something. And if it doesn't align with who I am, I'm not going to do it. Now, for something as sensitive as skin, especially with people that have skin sensitivity like myself, it is exhausting to see somebody promote brand number 1 today and brand number 2 tomorrow. If things were up to me, there would be a written law for influencers that you cannot promote a product unless you have consistently used it and see how it does after a month if it is a product you really want to promote, get sponsored by. But that is not the world we live in. People chase the money, people chase the fame, the clouds, anything and everything. And with that comes dishonesty. There is no way you can convince me that if you put one brand today, that you are swearing by it, that it works for you, and you put another brand tomorrow, you expect me to trust you? Heck no. And the brands are no better. Honestly, let's start with the brands before the influencers because they are also extremely dishonest. Anyway, What do you always try to keep in mind when she's reviewing her products? She says, I remember my mom nervously called me when I posted my series, Full Face of Makeup That I Hate. She thought I had made a huge mistake, big mistake, and that brands were not going to want to work with me anymore, or that I was going to be removed from PR list. And my response, I don't care. Sure, the PR is incredible and I am very blessed. However, that is not why I am here. I am very honest in my reviews. I'm just going to pause for a second. I always share that what may work for me may not work for someone else, which is great. And I wish more influencers would do that. Now, whether she actually does this, anyway, reviews are simply meant to be fun and a way for me to try a new product that I am personally interested in. I try to share the key product information for each product I review. I will mention the price and show the packaging or PR box if it came with one. I also always share whether I purchased something or whether it is PR too. Keep that in mind. However, just because I receive something in PR does not mean I have to review it positively. In some cases, I have absolutely wrecked products I have received in PR. Mikayla did work at Ulta Beauty, and in 2020, she quit her job and became a full-time TikTok influencer. And unlike other influencers, which I would honestly recommend because TikTok is gonna go bye-bye eventually, is that you need not to rely just on TikTok. I've made a video on that in the past. I will not be repeating myself. Let's watch this video of her finally getting out of the shackles of Ulta Beauty.
I did it. I just fucking did it. I quit my job. I just fucking quit my job at Ulta Beauty. I've been with Ulta Beauty for almost 2 years. One of the best job experiences I've ever had. But it's time for me to move on. It's time for me to move on to bigger and better things. And a lot of that is to come. I'm very excited. I'm fucking terrified. I literally just quit a job and now I'm about to do TikTok full time.
And that was her quitting Ulta Beauty. I can imagine she had a bunch of people supporting her and also a bunch of haters because they're always gonna be there no matter what you do. Even if you are a good person, even if you are authentic, you will always have haters. You're not money. Not everybody is going to like you. Now, y'all remember we talked about the try being an influencer for a day. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna watch it actually. But before we do, on Vogue, she said, I wake up every morning around 7 a.m. to begin filming. My goal for each day is a minimum of 3 videos, and I will never go beyond 6. Each video takes 1 to 2 hours to film. If I do an eyeshadow tutorial, it can take up to 3 hours to film. I am typically finished filming by noon. I save from noon to 2 p.m. to post my videos and interact with my followers. After 2 p.m., I leave time for meetings, emails, phone calls with my manager, and editing. By the time I am done with everything, it usually is 6 or 7 p.m. and I am extremely exhausted. I go to bed around 9 p.m. In the comment section, give me your opinion on what you think being an influencer is like.
Every single day, I get up at 6 a.m. I spend about 5 to 6 hours filming video content. I spend a few hours editing that video content. Then I have to work on my other social media profiles, whatever it may be, Instagram, whatever. I'm in meetings from 12 to 5. I literally just finished work and it's 5:19. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it. Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds, try it for a day. It is not for everybody. In fact, it's for a very small handful of people who can actually do this job. You do not want to have this job.
Now, because we spoke about her dishonesty, I'm going to address this, but not in the way you guys may think. What I will say is there are levels to hating, okay? There are people who hate, dislike Mikayla, not even dislike, okay? It is, what's that word again? It is constructive criticism. You have people that deliver that and are called haters. That, in my opinion, is not a hater. That is somebody calling you out for your BS. And then you have the true haters who will not like you for just you. Besides what you yap about, they just don't like you. They don't like your vibe. And then you get the extreme haters, which are people who will nitpick every and anything. Sometimes it is relevant, but other times you're just a hater, okay? And one of them is when people are like, oh, in Vogue, she said she wakes up at 7 a.m., but here she's telling us she wakes up at 6 a.m. Honestly, just that, is not a big deal to me. Key points that I want to touch on that she mentioned is that this job is not for everyone. You picked this job. You chose this job. Whether you say this job was called for you to do or not, you did pick this job. You grabbed the camera, and is it for everybody? Absolutely not. And it's honestly questionable if it is for Mikayla. If you love marketing in an evil way and you are successful at it, and you admire someone like that, then maybe she's for you. If you like marketing that is honest and successful, then she may not be for you. I don't think she's for me. I know she's not for me. If you are somebody that is able to kiss butt on brands, no matter how bad or how deceitful they come, and you want that to be your platform, that to be your success story, then that's what you're gonna do. Oh, you thought I was gonna say then do that? No, the heart is deceitful. And if you don't have any type of moral compass, then you're bound to be successful off of whatever. Bad or good publicity, you do not care. Anyway, she said, trust me, you do not want to have this job. Trust me when I say there are people to this day, no matter the age, that would love the job that she has. Now, whether it's because they self-sabotage, they doubt themselves, whatever the case is, there are people who would love the job you have because there are other jobs that are harder, that are more intense, that are more mind-numbing, that are more life-threatening than what you have. Now, I never like to compare one's experience based on another person's experience being worse. Every job comes with its ups and downs. So I'm not going to sit here and say being an influencer is easy, because it comes with its challenges just like any other freaking job. Also, another angle, this could have been out of just anger and her being tired of people nitpicking at her, let's say at things that didn't need nitpicking, didn't need the hate. You know, not that anybody needs hate, but people need to be called out for their crap. So emotions were probably high, and that's what she did. That's what she said. It blew all the way up. And if she thought she had haters before that video, boy, did she have haters after. Whether you are a supporter or even a hater of Mikayla, one thing you can never deny about that woman is she can do makeup. And she was known as the catfish queen in terms of hiding her acne and being able to cover it up with makeup flawlessly, beautifully. One thing, because there's always something about Mikayla, is her dishonesty will come nipping at her butt all the freaking time, and that is filters. If you are a person working with makeup and you struggle with acne and you truly want to help somebody see how makeup would look on somebody with acne, then I would think you need to cut the lights and show exactly how it looks. I would love if somebody was out there that is authentic. I do not have acne, but I like to watch videos where somebody is actually being authentic, actually being truthful. I don't really care about the relatability in terms of you're way more successful or whatever, because people get hate for quitting their jobs and everything. We've talked about it. I'm not going to repeat it. I don't care for that. I would just like somebody to be truthful. And that is something she does not do. She constantly uses filters. It's like she uses 2 filters sometimes in one of her videos. She has been called out numerous times by a lot of people, and she stands on her truth that she does not use filters. She does tweak images here and there like how most people do. But one thing Mikayla doesn't do is use filter when she is reviewing products, because she is honest. I couldn't even be sarcastic with the situation because she's not. She's a liar. Hold on, she's a liar. Gosh. Oh no. I don't know how she keeps that accent. Feel like a freaking tractor just ran down the freaking gravel road. Whew. Okay, I may not be doing that. Why did I do that? Oh my goodness, my voice is gonna disappear again, and then I can't film. Ah! I may need some lemon water after this. Speaking of filters, she did have an interview with the
What the hell is beauty mode? What does this do? Oh damn.
She had an interview with the Bod Pod and why can't I say that? She had an interview with the Bod Pod and this is what she had to say about using filters.
I want to talk about social. And as you said, so privileged to be in this awesome space, creating all the time. And we love social. Like, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for social.
Right.
But we also know that social has an impact, and there have been such studies done recently on the impact of social media, on editing tools on these platforms.
Yep.
I want to talk about how you navigate the use of filters and editing your content and things like that, because you show up so authentic and transparent to your audience. How have you navigated those filters and edits on social media?
When I was going for my master's degree, it was in communication theory, and I actually studied the effects of social media on women, and I found a lot of really upsetting things.
So you're taking us to class right now, is what you tell me. Give it to us, girl.
I think what people don't maybe know about me is that I went to school for this. It's something I really do care about, and it's something that really affects me, and I want to be open about it and talk about it because I see how it affects everyone. But in my videos, I don't use filters, right? If I have acne, I show it. If I have darkness under my eyes because I didn't sleep the night before, I show it. I'm very open about how I look on TikTok and on camera because that's how I look. But I can only speak from personal experience with filters and editing because I've been on the internet. We all get on the internet pretty young, I feel like. I've been on there since I was maybe 10. You see the way magazines edit people. You see the way people are edited on social media. You see the way people, even on TV and ads and everything, is edited. And it definitely makes you think that you have to do it too. So I've been editing my pitches. I don't edit my videos, but I do edit my pitches because I've always just felt like I have to. And I hate that. I hate that.
Yes.
Because it's so strange. I've worked so hard on my self-esteem and my confidence and everything. But when I take a photo, I look at it and I'm like, oh, I got to edit this. I got to edit this. I got to edit this. And it's such a goal for me in the future, 100%, to just not edit at all. And I'd love to get there. And I really am working on that.
What a great goal, you setting that for yourself, you putting that out there. Just as you said, you'll show up on camera and say, you know what, I'm really not feeling this today. So for you to come out and say, I really want to not edit is not only you putting that out there to be like, I'm going to do this for myself, but also inspiring to others to not edit so much. Because like you said, it is a distortion of not just how other people perceive us, but how we perceive ourselves. You show up on camera on TikTok unfiltered, unedited, and you love how you show up. Why not in a picture? And that's such a good point I never thought about until you said it. The fact that you could show up in a video so raw and real and unedited, and then in a picture. Why do we edit? Just because we're told we should, or that's what we do?
I have no idea why I'll show up in the photos, I edit it. I don't get that. But just as someone who has edited my photos since I was preteen, I personally, for myself, have found it very damaging to me because I find that I can't revert back. I find it so difficult to not edit the photo now. And that is such a problem to me because I don't think and poor Cody, right? My fiance, we'll take a picture together and he'll be like, can you send me it? And I'll send you it in an hour. I got to edit it. And he's like, Mikayla, you are beautiful as you. I promise you, you don't need to edit this photo. And I'm like, Cody, it's all I know how to do. I need to edit it. And that's sad to me. That is so sad that I have this loving fiance who's like, you don't need to edit, but I feel the urge to do it anyways. So when I tell you a goal for me this year is to stop editing my photos, it really is. I'll get to it eventually, but it'll be a very powerful moment when I do.
Yes, I love it. Heard it here first. Holding accountable to you, but also to us. I think that's such great inspiration. I think about how when we see ourselves with a filter on or we see ourselves edited, we then imagine that's actually how we look. But even with the best, like, full face beat done, like, that's not how we look anyway. Right. And so how hurtful to ourselves. Why not show up the most authentic?
Body dysmorphia, right?
Yes.
And there's facial dysmorphia where you are so used to editing and filters
you don't even know what you look like. And I feel like I'm getting to that point, which is so devastating to me. So yeah, I hope I can inspire people to just be who they are, and I'm working on it.
I think that you do that already in your videos, and then
Thank you.
absolutely. And I think
I'm
that
only human, right?
girl, for real, no one is perfect, and no one just like always shows up. Like you said, we all have those days that we don't want to show up, but you keep doing it, and that alone is inspiring. So I can only imagine, like I said, we're gonna look out for that filter-free, unedited,
I'm ready.
moment. Like, yes, there.
It'll be big.
Thanks for watching the Bod Pod, the podcast where everybody is welcome.
There was some truth in a lot of what was said in that little snippet, but there was also some very revealing things, especially knowing that she is not honest. She is deceitful. She does filter her images. And people have also called her out on filtering her videos, putting the effects and lying about how flawless a foundation is, how flawless her skin is because a certain skincare brand has sponsored her, and it's just a lot of dishonesty. And even though there is truth in some stuff that she mentioned in that video and some things that are telling about the struggles that she has that she needs therapy for, it still is built on lies. And so why would you trust somebody? Spoiler, she has POV Beauty that is dropping today, March 26th. Yep, 12 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. And people have called her out on there too. So when she will actually start being her authentic self, I have no idea. But eventually, maybe she will. Speaking of her being dishonest, in January of 2023, she went viral again for her dishonest falsies lash L'Oreal lash lifting mascara. She was called out for it. She never addressed it because she does not have the time to address the hate comments. People call her out on this. Shout out to the Beauty Bliss on TikTok because she has all the videos of her being deceitful, dishonest, filtering her images, whatever have you, how she acts without being sponsored with a product and how she acts with her being sponsored with the very same product. And we're going to check it out.
Since Call Me Queen mascara. Curl the lashes. It has this really flexible wand.
And as you can see in the beginning of that wand stick, the lid is black. And as we continue watching, you'll realize it's been switched to a pink one. And that is just one of the many red flags of lies that she sits on.
Supposed to give a nice flared effect. Okay, that before and after, it's pretty freaking good. This literally just changed my life. This looks like false. This is how? What? It's the hook comb to basically separate. This is one coat.
Now that was one coat. Before I reveal the other part of the video, I just want us to focus on her lash. When you put mascara on, usually there's spacing between your eyelashes. Sometimes it clumps up a little bit. Just focus on how it looks like right now. Eventually, she'll be zooming in to where you can't really see both like looks or just being sketchy about the whole thing when you can just be honest. But I think she uses some type of lashes, not really sure what kind, but it may be something along the lines of like a Love Struck or whimsical, hopeless romantic, to where it almost looks natural. If you catch it, you'll catch it, but if you miss it, go back and watch it again.
Okay, I'm gonna add a second. Look at the length.
If you look at it very carefully, okay, it is overlapping. There is another lash either on top or even under. And I know it's almost nitpicky, but simple things like this, they add up at the end. To think this person wanted to be authentic, didn't want to lie to her audience, wanted to be the change that everybody is longing to see, and to turn out to the complete opposite of what she's trying to portray is exhausting.
I want to like this. I do. I want to like it. But the wand is too big and it works almost too well. Like once you get those brow hairs in place, they are stuck. And it's actually a little bit difficult to get off. Makes my brows look pretty good, but I just really prefer my NYX brow glue. I also find that the pencil I use like every day does not go on as smoothly when I use this brow. Not to be gel, they came out with a brow gel called Glued. Wow. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do a soap fluffy brows. It feels really nice and cold. Okay, easily combed through. I know something though, my brows look so good. Holy shit. They look so fluffy. Ugh. Whole face of makeup I hate. In other words, I likely will never use these products again after this video. And just actually really like this mascara, but it bleeds like a bitch. Your under eye's raccoon at the end of the day, which sucks. And the wand can be a little tough to work with. It used to be one of my favorites. For the lashes, I'm using the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes in the beautiful Dream Pop color. I love how it pairs with the eyeshadow. Bit of darkness still coming through, even though I did 2 layers. For the concealer, I'm gonna pass. I think it's just like a whatever concealer. It didn't cover what I like concealer to cover. Keep me covered concealer. This is full coverage. Look at my skin. Crazy. Essence, affordable, high quality, all at the drugstore. You don't need high-end makeup, babe. You need Essence.
Now, in July of 2023, she celebrated her wedding, which is an event that is very important in a person's life, especially a woman's life. And in that, there is always controversy if you mention the name Mikayla. Elf partnered with her to come out with, I think it's a lip line, lip kit, lip something that they were working on in order to promote the Elf brand and her wedding and everything. A lot of people were saying that her wedding was sponsored by Elf, which she dies on the hill that it never was sponsored by Elf and it came out of her pockets. But in reality, let's be real. There were people debunking the situation, people telling her like, it's okay, just be honest. Her entire wedding to a lot of people felt like just one sponsored video. You've lied and not disclosed that your videos are sponsored or they are ads, and that is actually breaking the law, the FTC law. I'll look it up. Legally, you're doing something wrong. Morally, you're doing something wrong. Can you just do something right for once? I almost want to say, can you just be yourself? But honestly, you have lost yourself from a very young age by your own freaking account. Another thing people mentioned is that there are a lot of influencers that were invited to her wedding, and a lot of her friends, her OG friends, weren't invited. There is a situation where there's a reason why she did not invite one of the said friends, but at the end of the day, it is your wedding. You're gonna invite whoever the heck you want to invite, whether it is for engagement, whether it is to get your name out there even more with the big creators that you had in your wedding. I don't really care. My care is you being deceitful once again and just not being transparent with your audience in terms of partnering with Elf and being sponsored by Elf, having your wedding allegedly paid by freaking Elf. Invite whoever the fudge you want to invite to your wedding. But before we get into all of that mess, we're gonna watch a little video on Mikayla telling us how to become confident. Now, this is one of her old videos. We're gonna watch a few of them, and we're just gonna see if there was ever a glimpse of hope to begin with, or all this is built on a throne. Almost did the accent of lies.
How to be confident 101. First, we're going to use a primer. What is this going to do for you? This is going to block out all that bullshit and protect you from any of the naysayers that have ever doubted you. Make sure you really get it in there.
I'm gonna add, she's honestly looking at a mirror as she's saying all of this. And yes, she is catering more to being confident in terms of beauty. It starts from within, Mikayla. It starts with getting the help that you need, the therapy that you need. And now it just sounds like I'm gaslighting, but I'm honestly just trying to help fix what's already broken. It starts within. Before you put on the makeup, you can do all of that to get the confidence, but if you are not working with what's in here first, it won't change anything. You'll just be this glamorized piece of lie that walks around and tells people a bunch of B-freaking-S. Anyway, we're gonna continue watching the video.
Now with concealer, I'm gonna go in and cover up any of the things society tells me are imperfections, but really, I'm just trying to cover up my perfections so people don't get too jealous. Now we're gonna add foundation. Now this is really gonna help you mind your damn business and help you focus on those personal goals you got. Now we're gonna use contour and concealer to enhance the fact that we're already fucking beautiful. And if you really wanna up your game, give yourself some fierce brows so you can feel like a bad bitch. And now, if you want, you can add some killer eyeshadow that's gonna scare away all the boys who probably don't deserve you anyways. Go ahead and add yourself a blinding highlighter that's gonna help you deflect all the negative and self-debilitating thoughts. Society tells me my lips are too small to get a kiss, so I add some gloss to make sure people are forced to look at them. Don't forget to lock all that confidence in place. Feeling confident yet? One more thing. Just wear the damn crop top.
Now, if you're a teenager looking at this, you're probably like, yes, Mikayla, yes. But as an adult, now that I'm looking at this video, it just screams her talking to her younger self. It screams to the part of her that needs help. And it's honestly sad. Express yourself however you see fit. If wearing makeup is what you want to do, then wear the darn makeup. I could care less. Now, if you have some eyebrow blindness or lash blindness, then we need to talk about it and fix the situation. However, wear the freaking makeup if that's what you want to wear. But if this is what you define as confident, then we're not on the same boat. Matter of fact, we're not even on the same ocean. Matter of fact, we're not even in the same world. Now, one thing that I forgot to mention, which is totally true, is that social media can play a big role in a person's life, especially if you consume it with every breath you breathe in. And if you are as young as 10 going into the social media world and you don't have a guardian, not saying this is Mikayla, I'm just talking in general, you don't have a guardian monitoring that, and you don't have a guardian paying attention to you in school with you being mistreated by others, then you're gonna have problems later in your life. All in all, social media can either make somebody or it can break somebody. Now, where that breaking point will be for her, I don't know. Maybe it is with her POV beauty. Hopefully not. Hopefully she gets the help. I would love to see change in all the people that have been deceitful.
If you have Facebook, search the Flawless Brush and watch this video. This is supposed to be a life-changing foundation brush that's better than any sponge, any brush, any other applicator that ever exists. So let's see. So I got on Amazon and I got this fucking brush. I've been using a sponge for the last 10 years. Is this gonna be better? I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna try it today and let you guys know what I think. If you know me, you know I usually cover up my blemishes first. I'm not gonna do that today because I really want to see how this goes. It is wicked soft. It's also very dense. I'm gonna use my Cover FX foundation and I'm gonna start with it right on the face, just like the video. Alright. I wanna know if this can cover my acne. Wow, look at that. Alright, so far, I'm like really impressed with this. Like, look at that. Alright, obviously I gotta finish off the rest of my face, but look at that. That is really good. I am impressed. Alright, here's the finished look, and I feel like I look like fucking Photoshop over here. So it's 80 degrees in Massachusetts today, which is wicked hot for this date. So I'm going to show you how I do the no makeup for a hot summer day. Now I want to look nice and fresh for summer, so I'm going to use the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. For an extra boost of energy, I'm using the Origins Ginseng Moisturizer. I'm using the oil-free one because it's going to help keep my makeup on a little longer. So we're not going to do a full face foundation because it's no makeup, right? But we still got to cover the blemishes, so I'm going to use a foundation with a brush, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm putting foundation on all the spots, and I'm going to let it sit for a minute. Now with my damp sponge, I'm going to gently blend out those spots, essentially just lightly tapping on them. Now for any of the spots that are still visible, do another layer. A little bit of hydrating concealer under the eyes. With a pressed powder, I just set my whole face. Add in a tinted brow gel. Alright, now I'm going to add mascara. I'm going to add Glow Recipe Glow Pop to my lips. MAC Fix Plus. And this is the makeup I do for a hot summer day. There you go. Yo, do you got chubby cheeks? Or maybe you want a facelift? Maybe you want to look like this. Contour is the answer. You gotta put on your foundation first. I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer because we ain't no rich bitch when we're using that cheap shit today, okay? We're contouring first. Now, you gotta do a 135 degree angle. If that shit ain't 135 degrees, it's wrong. Trying to make that fatness disappear, alright? Now we gotta do a fucking brown rainbow on the forehead, alright? Just one fucking brown rainbow. Slim the nose. Make that chin disappear. And we gotta fake that jawline, alright? Blend that shit out. If you look a little weird, starting to look like a different person, you're doing it right. Now we're gonna highlight here, 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 and here. Blend that shit out. By this point, the men are flocking to you, so let me finish this off.
You guys get the idea. Those are the types of videos she was doing, the videos that she was known for. Videos where she may not have filtered or edited her videos, her face. If the finished look is filtered or not, that is up to your interpretation. Remember what I said in the beginning? Watch with context and think for yourself. And I also think whether you dislike or like anybody, sometimes when you just keep quiet and let them talk and keep talking, they eventually reveal who they truly are. And we see this countlessly with Mikayla. Now for her wedding, a time where everybody should be rejoicing, celebrating. It came with a lot of controversy. Let's check it out.
This is everything that went wrong on my wedding day. And I have quite the list. Every single wedding has hiccups, okay? First one, remember how I bought these Jimmy Choo high heels for my wedding day? Well, right before my wedding, I hurt my fucking foot. Not the worst thing in the world, but I do have to end up wearing flats. So I had to find something last minute. So I find these, and I think they're stunning. They're absolutely beautiful in my opinion. However, the fucking gems on these, dude, were snagging on my dress with every step I took. Well, as I'm walking down the aisle, I have to walk extremely slow because these shoes are ripping the shit out of my dress. My dress is torn the fuck up. But I made it to the end of the aisle. I survived. Small hiccup. Okay, this next one I was like so embarrassed by. When you get to the end of the aisle, you're meant to hand your flowers off to, either the mother or the maid of honor, whoever you choose, okay? I get to the end of the aisle, I stop, I hug my dad, and I immediately just go up, and I'm entranced by Cody, okay? And I totally forget to give my flowers to anybody. So for the longest time, I'm just holding my flowers like this, looking at Cody, totally forgetting that I had to give my flowers away. And then 10 minutes into the ceremony, I realized I'm holding these flowers. I'm not holding Cody's hands, which I should be. So I have to turn to someone and be like, hey, can you get up and take these flowers? It was awkward. It was embarrassing, but another small hiccup. Okay, next thing, hair and makeup. Wrecked. My hair and makeup both got wrecked for 2 reasons. I am a really big crier. So I started crying before I even walked down the aisle. I was crying so much that my makeup just freaking was cried off of my face, basically. I really tried not to cry. I kept saying, I'm holding my dad's arm, and I'm like, Dad, I'm about to cry. And he's like, why? Don't do it. And I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna do it. And then I just could not hold it in. So yeah, by the time I got to my reception, my makeup was half off my face. Thankfully, my maid of honor, Sam, is a makeup artist, so she was trying to help me fix it. Oh, and then the hair. I had an outdoor wedding, and it was an extremely hot and humid day. And I'm not usually the type of person to sweat, but on this day, my hair, by the end of the ceremony, was soaked. I felt literally disgusting. So with the humidity and the sweat, my hair just gets extremely frizzy, and it looked horrible. And I didn't have a choice but to put it up. So I put it up in a ponytail, and I called it a day. I didn't want to go my whole reception with wet, sweaty hair. Go to Pat 2.
Now, that was just some common errors that happen in every wedding. That's just how it is. You have things that happen that you have no control over. All you gotta do is laugh and keep it pushing. Now for the drama. Remember, I said a lot of people were saying you're canceling your friends in order to get influencers into your wedding. She can invite whoever the heck she wants to invite. Okay?
So if you don't know by now, today's Mikayla's wedding. And would it be a Mikayla event if there wasn't some drama? And that's exactly what's happening. An alleged friend posted this on TikTok or social media in general and said that they received a save the date from Mikayla and Cody for the wedding, but never got the invite. The save the date was supposedly sent to them in November, and they basically waited for a invitation and it never came. So the problem is not only did they upload this part, but they also posted the other side of the invitation or the save the date where it had a lot of the information of where the wedding was going to be held, the types of hotels that people should stay in, and pretty much one of those hotels will be where Mikayla is staying. So technically, a friend doxed Mikayla's wedding location. And the problem comes from the fact that that friend reached out to Mikayla and Mikayla left them on red. So they're basically saying she cut a bunch of her friends from the wedding so she could invite a bunch of influencers to the wedding. And this entire thing is basically just a brand trip for Mikayla. They even posted this. It's a text message to Mikayla saying, "I see right through you. Just so you are aware, to send someone a save the date, then not send them the invitation is incredibly classless. You ghosted me to avoid sending me an invitation to your influencer wedding. That's some foul ass shit. I believe in karma and she sure will get you one day. You'll look back at your wedding photos in 10 years from now and deeply regret inviting all of those internet strangers that you didn't even know. I truly hope wasting this very special day on a bunch of fake friends is worth it to you." And now some people are completely saying that that is not a real friend. A real friend would never do that. Even if they didn't get the invitation, they would just have a conversation with the person privately and not like blast their shit all over social media. But people are starting to go back on that because now a bunch of influencers are starting to upload videos and pictures to social media. And it's like random people like James Charles. And now they're saying that a friend of 10 years clearly outweighs a basic relationship that you have with someone like James Charles. Now, as someone who was a bride herself just last year, I do know that wedding invite lists do constantly get like cut down as time goes by and it gets closer to the wedding date. But this person's mad and they're just going all in.
Y'all let me know what you guys think of that in the comment section below. There's always 3 sides to the story: Mikayla's side, the friend side, and then the truth. At the end of the day, it is your day. Do you. That is the only time I'll actually say just do you. It's your wedding day. It's your day. Shine. I'm not going to sit up here and say that James Charles shouldn't have been at Mikayla's wedding because why is that my business? And even if they're not friends, none of my business. It's her big day. Big choices. That's the consequences. If there's consequences that she'll get for not inviting her friend of 10 years, then that is that. If her friend was intentionally or unintentionally doxing her, honestly, I'm just more interested in if Elf was sponsoring paying for her wedding or not, and then I'll be good. You may not think it's a big deal, but it plays a big part on the foundation. Eventually, her brand POV, which actually launched, and I was checking it out on my phone, and they are selling out. Well, she's selling out. She sold out in like 8 minutes, I believe, and we'll get into that here in a bit. But yeah, a lot of people are buying the, what is it? The Do It and the Drench It, the bundle, as well as the priming milk. Speaking of James Charles, there's another Jay that I know of who talked about this. Jeffree, yes, y'all know Jeffree Star, right? He talked about the situation, and this is what he had to say.
Whether you believe or not, what I'm about to say is none of my business. But what I'm going to tell you is that the video I made about these elf eyeshadows, I made $0. Saying I have like an endorsement by Elf, and I feel like a broken record saying that they didn't sponsor my wedding.
Okay, I have them in my hands. I've tried them versus the Patrick Ta. And by the way, this formula, impeccable. Yes, you guys, the new elf eyeshadows, they are the talk of TikTok. You wanna know why? They're so fucking pretty. Look at that! I was just watching a few clips. Now listen, Mikayla, we all know that you may not have some endorsements by Elf, but baby, when you make a lip kit for your wedding called the Wedding Lip Kit, Elf paid for your wedding. I not understanding. Now, Miss Thing may not have an endorsement by Elf, like how Gatorade will endorse a football player, but she definitely made a lip kit for her wedding, and that entire collab made her a lot of money, y'all, and it essentially paid for her wedding. The gaslighting in her video is absolutely crazy. She really wants to think that she don't make any money off this shit. You guys, I'm in the creators program on TikTok, so is she. So any video that we upload that is longer than 1 minute, you make a lot of money. And me and her, baby, we get views. So yes, we are making money off of this content. My role in the beauty community is just to hold people accountable for their lies and actions, and I really think she is one of the biggest liars. Never addressed Lashgate with the L'Oreal mascara. We all know she lied. She never addressed it and said, yeah, I lied. It was all a marketing tactic. tactic. Girl, no one's gonna have respect for you if you're a constant liar. Now, e.l.f., one of the best drugstore brands I've ever tried in my life. So affordable, so amazing. What is this a dupe of? Not of Patrick Ta, y'all. This is a dupe of the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadows. And look at how pretty the swatches are. Obviously, they are not the same as Patrick Ta, but we love e.l.f. They're amazing. This is a really cool alternative for a really sparkly lid if you want one. I think that we have to have a little bit more integrity in the beauty space, but if people want to be entertained by a liar, there is nothing wrong with that. So Temu Orange Hands, all love, baby. Just stop lying.
And there you guys have it. Now, Jeffree has his own pile of controversies, but there is truth in what he said. Moving on to POV Beauty that she just launched today. Now, leading up to this, there has been some stuff that she's been doing. People call it sad fishing, and I never got to the outcome of what was going on with her. There was a period in between her launching this where she was pretty much just emotional, talking about her depression, also getting sponsored by, I think it was like McDonald's, and not disclosing it still. I'm glitching here, but she was sad fishing leading up to all of this. And we're gonna get into POV, but before we do, let's hear what she has to say about your makeup.
Your makeup looks like shit. You can't seem to figure out how to make it look flawless, smooth, gorgeous. 9 times out of 10, it comes down to the way you prep your skin. The important step of any makeup routine is skin prep. You have no excuse for your makeup to look dry, crusted, busted. First things first, you need to hydrate your skin. It doesn't matter what skin type you have. Skin prep before you do your makeup does matter, and it makes a difference in how your makeup goes on. The one thing I will never skip is skin prep. Listen, prepping your skin before you apply makeup matters. If you're not prepping your skin, 1, you're not taking care of your skin, and 2, your makeup's not going to live up to its full potential. I don't moisturize my face in some capacity. My makeup looks like shit. I have dry skin. My skin feels really tight right now. That's why I love the glass skin effect. Then I started putting more love into my skincare routine is when I saw the difference in my skin. It's just too short to neglect yourself, to neglect your skin. What is skin prep? Is it skincare? Is it primer? Well, it's actually both. It's everything you do to prep your skin for makeup. Skin prep is the most important part of the routine. Skin prep is the most important step in any makeup routine. Second, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's almost like I've been trying to tell you this whole time.
Now, as you guys know, Mikayla does come with a lot of controversy, and POV was no exception, from dermatologists bashing products before they even launch to people bashing them as they're shopping for them, all the way to other creators just saying, you know what, everybody calm down.
I am not okay. I'm going to Korea. Like, what? I'm going to Korea. I am not okay. Ah, yes. A year ago, I was crying about going to Korea, but what you didn't know is that I secretly went to Korea to go to Korean labs and work directly with Korean chemists to formulate my products. Point of View is formulated, made, and manufactured in Korea. They are truly first in class with skincare and make the best formulas in the world. And I am so grateful my products are made here. It is so satisfying to watch my products be brought to life. Here you can see Whip It getting put into the jazz. Look at how creamy. I told you it looks like Cool Whip. I want to eat it. One thing I've learned since becoming a founder is that there are so many pieces to make this puzzle. And this is one of them. The thousands and thousands of products being filled. They quality check it. They make sure it's perfectly packaged and ready to go. Here you can see they're checking every lock on Glaze It to make sure it works. It's one thing to say my products are made in Korea, but to be able to say I actually got to go, work directly with, and meet the chemists who make my products. I first went to Korea a year ago to formulate my products, and then I spent that entire year perfecting them. And now we're here, and they're being filled to be in your hands. And the journey to get to this point has been inspiring. I have learned so much as a founder behind the scenes, and I can't wait to share more of that with you. One thing about Point of View is I truly want you to see it all. I want to take you on this journey with me. This is my first time learning how to be a founder, so why not take my community along with me? Match 26 cannot come soon enough. The last 2 years have all led up to this. I can't believe it's finally here. My whole life, my whole world is about to change. And I'm terrified, if I'm honest. But The last 5 years as a content creator, I kept asking myself, what's next for me? What is my legacy? And now I know the answer. Every day I am grateful for the privilege to have the community that I do. And you guys have supported me wholeheartedly over the last 5 years. I genuinely could not do this without you. I wouldn't do this without you. You have built up my confidence. You have helped me improve as an artist, become a better person, realize what I deserve in life. And I hope I've inspired you in some way too. 2 years ago, I started working on a project that means the entire world to me. And it's finally ready to be in your hands. And I'm really emotional about it because it's 2 years of keeping secrets from you and working behind the scenes to bring this project and this vision to life. And now it's actually about to happen. What I am about to reveal to the world is something I am so incredibly proud of. It's a project with meaning, something that actually matters, something that makes a difference. My community has inspired me so much over the years to be myself, and not just that, but own who I am. And with this project, I want to do the same thing for you. I want to inspire you to love who you are, to be yourself, to try every single day. Give yourself the credit you deserve. We all have a story. We all deserve to be heard. And we all have something about us that makes us unique. But don't forget that what makes us different is actually what we have in common. And I wouldn't have it any other way. We all have a point of view, and I'm excited to share mine with you. And I hope that it inspires you to share yours. Like I said, my whole life is about to change. And I'm really scared, but I know I have you guys as a shoulder to cry on. And I'm ready. I'm excited. I know I can do this. I know I can be a founder, and I know I can make you proud. I love you guys. It's time, and I'm finally ready. I wanted Point of View to be different. My inspiration for the brand came from my days working in beauty retail. Every day, I inspired people to discover their own point of view when it came to their beauty journey. And while I very quickly learned that we each have our own unique identity, we all have the same aspiration to feel beautiful, to be confident, and to love ourselves no matter where we are on our journey. I created this brand to be a space to tell your stories. I wanted to share my point of view, hoping to inspire you to explore and share yours. Each product is thoughtfully curated based on what I felt was missing in the market and to highlight my favorite step of the beauty routine, skin prep. And it's not just any skin prep. You think I'm just going to slap my name on something? These are a potent blend of Korean-inspired ingredients with a 2-step fermentation process. It helps to intensely moisturize, brighten, and even the skin tone and prep perfectly for your makeup. The products are dermatologist approved and have consumer and clinical claims to back them up. And the reason it took 2 years is because it needed to be perfect. It was my mission that these products could beautifully layer on the skin, give you instant and long-term results, and most importantly, not pill. Products feature powerful ingredients like fermented rice water, squalane, biopeptide complexes, niacinamide, glycerin, panthenol, snow mushroom, hyaluronic acid. These formulas are unbelievable, and I am incredibly proud of them. What you're seeing is the behind the scenes of the photo shoot where we shot the products. And just to show you how visual these products are, look at this before and after. This has Drench It on one side and the other side is completely clean. You can see her skin is brought to life, hydrated, juicy, glowy. It takes glass skin to the next level. And honestly, it was super emotional to see my products on these models. The results are absolutely insane. I can't wait for you to get your hands on these and to discover what's your point of view.
Now, if you've been around my channel for a while, then you know that I go and audit websites. If you were here for Monday's video, then you know the joke. Any freaking way. We're going to go to our website. We're going to see what it's all about. And I'm going to let you guys know. I'm not a graphic designer, but we're going to check out our website. So just looking at her website, it says point of view, and it is clean. It is classy. It is simple. Prep with me. I built this brand to empower you to explore and share your beauty POV, beginning with the foundation, skin prep. A lot of people are saying it is skincare. Some people are saying it's skin prep. Y'all let me know what y'all think it is. It's whatever she says it is, I guess, for the most part. Whatever. We're going to go to shop now. And there it is. So we have the Drip It, that is $36. Whip It, which is hydrating whipped cream, $38. The Amp It, which is a amplifying a lip ampoule. Is that how you say that word? Anyway, it is $22. And then you have the Do It, which is a mix of the Drench It, Drip It, Amp It, Glaze It, Whip It. It sounds like that. I forgot the name of it. Anyway, the Do It is sold out, the combo. $142. And then you have the Drench It, which is $34. Wait, $142? That is very, very cheap. Which is another thing. People were saying the prices are going to be crazy because of the ingredients that are listed on there. I don't know if she lowered the prices or whatever she did. I have no idea. I'd be lying to you guys if I said I did, but I just know that the prices are great, actually. Glaze It sold out as well, and that went for $28. Join the wait list. Okay, let's go to the Do It. I'm gonna click on that, and it says free US shipping on orders over. Y'all better not get on. Is that Klarna? Or just those buy now, pay later app stuff? Y'all better not go broke trying to be the next person to review what is popping right now. You'll be okay. Stick to the skincare, skin prep that is working for you. You will be just fine. Patented technology, trending ingredients, fermented rice, fermented ginseng, fermented adley, fermented potato. FAQs, what is the difference between a I don't know why I almost said resume. Serum and an essence. You guys can see it here. First dibs on what's next. Sign up for her email address. Sign up for with your email address. About It tab says beauty from every angle. At Point of View, we recognize that everyone is multifaceted and captivating in their own way, and we're here to shine the light on it. We cut through the noise to provide beauty products and education that empowers you to embrace your unique perspective, because everybody deserves to feel confident, inspired, and equipped to express their authentic beauty POV. I want to do it in her Boston accent, but I just can't. I just can't. And the fact that it's selling out like crazy is not surprising, honestly. Like Jeffrey said, if you want to sit on her being deceitful and that is entertaining for you, then go ahead and grab these products. I'm pretty sure that even people that hate her with everything they have are probably on here buying the products as we speak. And then we have our POV, which is iconic individuality, authenticity over approval, inclusive community, fearless vulnerability, entertainment, be a pro at home, propriety, tech with makeup, artistry, technique. Love how they did that there. A note from Mikayla. Let us hear from the source. That just reminded me of Cake Boss. Did you guys ever watch Cake Boss with Buddy Valastro? I used to love that show. Anyway, the source. A note from Mikayla. I've got to tell you. Okay, that was horrible. Horrible freaking imitation. I've got to tell you, I've tried everything. And that she has. Everything. Like literally thousands of products. And after testing so much, I finally figured out what actually works and what doesn't. There were so many gaps in the beauty world that I kept thinking, why doesn't this exist already? So I decided to create it myself. I'm self-taught when it comes to makeup, and trust me, if I can learn it, so can you. Wait, were you going to school for the color? I can't remember what she was going to school for. Y'all can correct me in the comment section. But anyway, that's why I'm so passionate about making makeup easy, fun, accessible for everyone. I want to show you which it is accessible. The pricing is wonderful. I want to show you how to get glowing skin while making sure your skin stays healthy and happy for the long haul. We're in this together. Mikayla's tips. While I preach the importance of skin prep, technique is also key. Incorporate these 6 quick tips. Always start on dry, freshly cleansed skin. Exfoliate overnight to help skin be refreshed in the morning. Know your skin type. Is it oily? Is it dry? Is it combo? Is it normal? To choose the products that are right for you. When layering, tailor to your hydration needs. Allow each step to absorb to your skin. Typically 30 seconds to a minute does the trick. Use a fan after each application to help marinate the skin. Don't be afraid of glassy skin. This will create your ideal canvas for a flawless makeup application. Let me know if you want a part 2. I think, let me check my phone, because I also took a photo of shipping, and it says ships the week of April 21st. So April 21st, we will get the scoop. That's estimated shipping. Some people may get it earlier, but it is only in the United States, at least for now. That's just me saying that. That's not her words, okay? But we'll get an update on POV Beauty sooner than later. And also keeping in mind that if you bought this product, it may not work for you, okay? That's just how it is. It is not for everybody, although she tried to cater it to a lot of people. It may not work for you. So we will be getting those reviews, and I'll be sure to come back with those videos. In the meantime, let's look at more of POV Beauty and what other people have to say about it.
She wore this full face of heavy makeup to tell everyone about the skincare routine that she's starting to launch and sell. Mikayla Nogueira is known for her makeup TikToks and for her hot takes on beauty products, and also for mascara gate scandals and lying about a mascara when it's actually fake eyelashes. But everyone thought that this special project that she's been working on for 2 years was going to be a makeup line. But instead, she's announcing that it's a skincare routine, and I'm an esthetician who has some thoughts. I don't like a lot of celebrity or influencer beauty brands because people don't actually care about products. It's just a quick buck. But is this different? Does Mikayla actually care about our skin, and specifically skin prep? Now, when looking at these products, there's 5 of them. They have names like Whip It, like the moisturizer, and they do have a milky toner, something like Glaze It, that does look very Road Beauty a la Meets the Ordinary. And I don't know the prices. I don't think any of us know the prices just yet, although I have some insights on ingredients. And these are vegan and cruelty-free. They are made in Korea. And even though Mikayla's expertise is in makeup, she has always spoken about skin prep, and she actually struggled with severe acne, just the way I did many years ago. Now, some people have commented and said, can you name a less trustworthy influencer? After she blatantly lied and never addressed the fact that she did an advertisement for a mascara and then put fake eyelashes on, a lot of people aren't going to trust all of these beautiful faces that she has in these ad campaigns for a new skincare line. Because again, everyone knows Mikayla for makeup. But is there something to be said about needing skincare products that don't pill up under the skin, that can actually be used for makeup application and makeup artistry? And I've actually got another thought. Is this something she is genuinely passionate about and cares about and wants to bring to us? Is this just another celebrity skincare line, quick cash grab that's going to be around for 2 years and then fail, kind of the way Bad Habit did with Emma Chamberlain? Or is this because Mikayla has lots of beauty brand sponsorships lined up, and if she launched a makeup line, it would directly compete with the revenue and the press that she gets for her makeup tutorials and her makeup reviews? Is she launching a skincare line because it doesn't compete, but she can still say she's a brand founder and earn some money? I don't know the answer, but I'm excited to find out. And as an esthetician, I want to read the ingredients. I want to know the prices. I want to see how this works. And initially, I'm really put off by a lot of the advertising, not into it, but a lot of people seem really supportive. And when I hear about the fact that it's vegan, cruelty-free, made in Korea, and kind of checks all these boxes, I'm not going to lie. I want to get my hands on this. And I might also have a sneak peek into it, but you know that I'm going to be brutally honest and keep it real. So you know where to follow for those updates, but let me know, what do you think of Mikayla Nogueira launching a point of view skincare line?
I'm so uninspired. I'm not kidding. I really thought it was going to be like a moment. And the brand is called Point of View. The only point of view I have is that you're a fucking liar. You were the cash cow, and the money was just going to keep pouring in. So I'm never going to acknowledge my mistakes. That's what she told y'all last year. I was like, okay, she's made so much money. She's going to find the best labs. It's going to be the coolest packaging. And then you're launching a skincare brand and your ad is in full makeup. What does that have to do with your serum? Yeah, of course, Catherine, because teen girls are influenced by people and they don't fully have a developed brain yet. That's what's disappointing. So y'all are going to waste your money on someone that don't really give up about y'all. That's what's confusing. Full makeup for a skincare line and the Photoshop girl.
Y'all get the idea. Whether you hate or love Jeffree Star, one thing I will agree with is his point of wearing full makeup when you are advertising a skin prep line. Y'all let me know what y'all think of that in the comment section below. Now, there is another controversial event that happened along this whole POV beauty thing. There is a creator by Sam.
First she was stealing from black people, now she's stealing from LGBTQ people. Mikayla. Mikayla Nogueira's newest brand Point of View is getting called out and is under the hot seat by this LGBTQ founder and / owner for stealing his entire brand. Let's get into it. And we got the receipts, mama! Ooh! So this guy owns a brand called POVbeauty.Cali. Girl! And he posted this Instagram story and he said, betrayed, sad, angry, humiliated, and heartbroken. Okay, for some reason he wrote that in French, but this is what it says in English. This is how I feel right now about the launch of Mikayla's brand. I feel like both of my legs have been just sawn off, like my greatest pride has been stolen. In short, I don't have the words to describe how helpless I am. The brand has been around for almost a year, and to see someone take your name, your concept, when you invested all your savings, your passion, and so much more, I don't know how to react or what to do right now. It saddens me beyond belief. I mean, we really shouldn't be surprised because Mikayla Nogueira has been known to steal from black people and even tried to sabotage a black-owned business. And now she's trying to do the same thing with the LGBTQ. She acts like she's for everybody, but she's really not, girls. This is a mean girl right here. So what do you guys think about this? Ooh.
It literally takes 2 seconds to realize that Mikayla's business has been ongoing for about 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And Sam's business has been running for almost a year.
Many videos about Mikayla's new beauty brand having the same name as another beauty brand that already exists. Okay, so it's my understanding that that other beauty brand is not registered. They don't have the trademark. I don't know how that person could be operating for this period of time. I think it's like a year without that trademark. That is very basic business. What goes on in real life, okay, not La La Land, is that Mikayla at this point has lawyers and they researched the name. She wanted to get it and she registered it. The application was approved and it's her name legally. Did she go looking for every stray on the street? No, because that's not what actually happens. I have many trademarks and definitely I could come up with the name of something and own it that somebody else may be operating under because I wouldn't know that because that's just not how it works. You want the name, it's approved in that category, you're off to the races. So don't believe everything that everybody posts. That's my point of view.
And I'd have to agree with that. Y'all remember I talked about the Reddit forum, the Mikayla Nogueira one? There's a person, well, Mikayla posted saying, my skin transformation using POV Beauty makes me so happy. And she got called out for her lies once again. This is exhausting. They said, this honestly pisses me off so much. There's so many different things to break down here. Different lighting. Left side, she's a lot more tanned. Left side, she has product on her face, so her skin texture is more accentuated. The list goes on as to why this isn't as accurate representation as you may think. This is just how my brain reads things sometimes. But as you guys can see, call a spade a spade. She's playing in y'all's faces, and if you want to spend some money on the POV Beauty to say that you've tried it and you love it, or if you are somebody that genuinely loves Mikayla, at this point, just don't go into debt trying to do it because you will be in my freaking videos eventually. If you post about it, that is. Be sure to follow along because I will be giving updates come April 21st or whenever people's deliveries start coming in. And we will see what the audience has to say about her product. See you guys next time and enjoy her marketing videos that are coming after this.
Does Point of View actually work with all of my Holy Grail makeup products? We're gonna find out. Drench it. Remember, this is skin prep designed to be used with your makeup. Drip it. Now we're gonna whip it, glaze it. 2 pumps. Bit. Now let's get into this beat. These are some of my holy grail makeup products that I am obsessed with. Yeah, it better work with my NAS Light Reflecting. Look at how smooth it is. Look at the radiance. Let's try it with Tom Ford. Do a nice little bronze sculpt on the cheek. I like to add a little bit of the Natasha Denona concealer just to add additional coverage and brightness. The thing I love about Point of View so much is the way that products just melt into it and become pad of the skin. Now what I like to do is take the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder on a brush and press this underneath the eyes. This is a first step. This is just going to lock in that concealer, and that anywhere I put concealer. Then to get the smoothest under eye of life, I'm going to take the Givenchy powder. Rest in peace, you can use any powder. A little bit of Amp It as my gloss on top, or just as a gloss. It can be used as a lip treatment or a gloss. Little setting spray. Do I really have to say anything? Because I think the results speak for themselves. Someone is about to be the very first person to get their hands on Point of View. And not only that, you are getting a box stuffed to the brim with makeup. This box is going to Melissa in Texas, and she specifically said she wanted me to sign this. You are literally the first person I am sending Point of View to. Like, my parents don't even have it. I'm also gonna send you the new XO Chloe fragrance. It's very floral. The Rare Beauty lip oils. This super cute Huda Beauty bag, and I'm literally so excited that you're one of the first people to get Point of View, and I will be doing these boxes weekly. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. You can see I took this picture November 7th, 2024. This was my official before photo when I started to receive the final samples of Point of View. And I want to speak to my experience of how my skin was in the beginning of using Point of View to now. Main things that I notice in this image are the clogged pores around my chin. Do you see that? The redness and like irritation of my skin. The blemishes all over the face, the hyperpigmentation and the scarring. And this is my skin now. There is zero filter. You can see my pores. I'm in natural sunlight. The first thing I notice is, where did the redness go? My skin has virtually no redness. It is so much more even, and it looks soothed. In that original photo, I feel like my skin had almost like an irritated look to it, and now my skin just looks healthy and youthful. The other thing is, clogged pores, virtually non-existent. The acne, blemishes, gone. And the hyperpigmentation, faded. My skin looks literally plump and hydrated. Oh, and I don't have Point of View on my skin right now, by the way. I didn't do anything on my face yet. Nothing. This is just my face. And it looks healthy. This is why I am so proud of my products, because it has transformed my skin, like, dramatically. And this is the best my skin has ever, ever, ever looked, period. This is why I'm so proud of my products. Last thing, this is a totally clean makeup wipe. I don't have any makeup on. None. This is just my skin. If you have oily skin and you want to use Point of View, these are perfect for oily skin. Let me explain. Two of the most beneficial ingredients for oily skin are niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. Niacinamide, loaded with hyaluronic acid and hydration that works with oily skin.
This is beauty from my point of view.